Hello, kindergarten friends. Mrs. Ward here. I hope you are doing well. So, yesterday we filled in an organizer to help us plan our writing for our All About book. Today, we're going to begin writing that All About book. We're going to begin writing page 1. So, things that you will need today for writing is the organizer that you filled in yesterday about the one animal, and then your choice of writing paper. So, we have writing paper that goes vertically or horizontally. You could choose whichever you would like to use. So yesterday we filled in an organizer to help us plan our writing. And here is my organizer. So in the center, in the circle, I listed the animal that I chose to write this All About book about. So I chose chickens. So I wrote chickens in there. And then in each of these boxes, we wrote some facts. So in the have box, that's kind of like what it looks like. So I wrote wings, feathers, beak, and comb. And in live, I wrote chicken coop, outside, and farm. And in the eat box, I wrote crumbles, bugs, and fruit. And if you notice, I didn't write sentences, but I listed words or phrases to help me plan my writing. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use this organizer to help us write page 1. So as I begin to do this, I'm only going to be using this box today, the box that has the word have in it. That's the only box that I'm going to be using today to write page 1. Now, in that box, we only have words or phrases written, and we wouldn't write just words and phrases on a page. We have to write it in sentences. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this whole thing right here to kind of help us. We're going to use chickens, and we're going to use this box, have, to help us write the first page. So first, I want to share with you my first page, and then I'll kind of talk to you about some choices that you have. So I wrote chickens have feathers and a beak. So if you notice, I took the word chickens right from my organizer. Have, I found right here on my organizer. And then I took some of the facts in my box to write on that page. So I chose feathers and beak. And if you notice, a lot of the words I can either find on my organizer, or a lot of the words are red words. So like chickens, I can find here. Have, I can find right here. Feathers, I can find right here. Red word and, red word and then beak, I could find right here. So using this organizer is going to help us a lot as we begin the writing process. And then I added some labels. I, of course, labeled feathers and beak, and those I could find in my writing as well as on my organizer. Now, if you notice, I had other facts written in this box. It's okay if you don't use all of them, because we could use them on another page for writing, or if you want, you may use all that information. And I'm going to show you the different options that you have. So on this slide, I kind of have listed for you some sentence starter ideas. So when you're writing your first page, you can have some choices. So in blue, I kind of listed some sentence starters if you're just going to share one fact. So like I might say, chickens have feathers, or a chicken has feathers. So depending on how you want to start that sentence. If you're sharing two facts, you're going to use the word and in between the two facts that you're sharing. So for example, chickens have feathers and a beak. Or a chicken has feathers and a beak. If you're sharing more than two facts, you're going to do a comma between the facts that you are sharing. And a comma is right here, that little kind of curve on the line. All right. So you would say, so if I wanted to share more than two facts, like 3, I might say chickens have feathers, a beak, and wings. Or a chicken has feathers, wings, and a beak. Another way to begin your sentence, instead of doing a chicken or chickens or whatever animal you're writing about, you can use they. Instead of saying a chicken has feathers, you can say they have feathers. So on the next slide, I'm going to show you some examples of my writing. So this is the one that I shared with you originally, and then here it has more facts listed. So this one is just 2 facts, so I use the word and. So chickens have feathers and a beak. And again, I added some labels. And then this one I did more than 2 facts. And then I also wrote another sentence. So I shared all the information that was in my have box. So it says chickens have feathers, and then a comma, wings, comma, and a beak. They also have a comb on top of their head. And then I added all those different labels. So here's the comb, beak, feathers, and wing. And if you run out of paper, you always can use more than one sheet. But today, boys and girls, we're just using the have box, and we're just going to list the facts that we have in that box about what your animal looks like or what they have. So that's what we're going to be working on, and you can choose whichever sentence starter works best for you for this page. And again, if you don't use all the facts, that is okay. Sometimes you may on some pages, and some pages you may not. All right. So I hope you enjoy writing page 1 of your All About book.